This work tells the epic tale of the fussin' and fighting, steel-string acoustic guitar strumming Everly Brothers and their vital place in nascent rock and roll, bridging it to the magnificent patois and pathos of American country music. Those times are, of course, now a long time gone. The three words they sang in their 1958 cover of the York Brothers' 1950 country tune, Long Time Gone, on the Everlys' second album, Songs Our Daddy Taught Us. In the song, Don and Phil Everly sang of being cheated and left lonely, which they would all but repeat 2 years later in their top 10 hit, When Will I Be Loved, in which they complained about being put down, pushed around, cheated, and mistreated. Oh, and there was also Crying in the Rain. That's a whole lot of grievance and self-pity. But Don and Phil Everly made dreamy, melodious carping a staple of country rock. Their otherworldly harmonies and nifty structures creating an avalanche, pouring almost on top of one another the songs we all know by rote. Bye Bye Love, Wake Up Little Susie, All I Have to Do Is Dream, Bird Dog, Problems, Till I Kissed You, Let It Be Me, Kathy's Clown, When Will I Be Loved, Walk Right Back, Crying in the Rain, and That's Old-Fashioned. That's the Way Love Should Be. With dozens more that came down the mountain for 50 years, they recorded 75 singles, 11 of which went to number 1, 35 going top 100, 26 going top 40, more than any other duo except Hall & Oates. 2 beanpoles from Nashville probably saved Warner Brothers Records from early ruin after they signed a then unheard-of 10-year, $1 million deal in 1960. Unlike Wilder rockers, they wore stiff suits and Brylcreemed, duck's-ass haircuts, never moving an inch out of their stage pose. Their lower bodies inert, or as described by British rock writer Maureen Cleave, rather fragile, with an Asiatic mold of face like Puck as sculpted by Jacob Epstein, their song arrangements baroque. Some oddly disconcerted critics believed that they lacked manliness, one insisting they had an androgynous tone, strange and somewhat surreal. But that overlooked a James Deanish diffidence, contrasting the untempered flames of Elvis, Jerry Lee, Little Richard, and Chuck Berry, all of whom can be credited with unleashing rock, though in Bob Dylan's estimation the Everlys started it all. They would change with the times, but they never seemed to lose teenage angst, the kind that created the coolest breakup song ever, Kathy's Clown, vowing, I gotta stand tall, you know a man can't crawl, to the boom-bada-boom of a strip club beat.